Alright. It's been 10 days since I last went live. I start uni again on Monday and it's Thursday? Thursday. Of course, once I start uni again, I'm probably going to be streaming less. No, I'm already not streaming a lot. I don't know how much I'll talk in the stream, but I wanted to... Did I? Hold up. Okay. Just wanted to say some stuff quickly. Obviously, I pulled Verizon.
There is no escape!
And I got her. It did take everything I had. So if I had pulled for Iger, I would have gotten her, but I would have then needed to fork out this money for Raiden. And just like, considering the value that Iger would have bought my account, I would not have been happy with doing this. Because I don't think Iger would have been all that valuable of a pull for me. Raiden so far has been very good. Very, very good. Much better than I was expecting. I was bracing myself with disappointment with her. No, because I'd heard a lot of stuff and people say like, oh, she's useless without a C2, similar to how people say Hu Tao is useless without a C1. And I already knew that would be hyperbole, because of course I played Hu Tao without her C1. And I was like, this is fine, this is still like one of the best characters I have. But back then it was one of the best. Then I got Hu Tao C1 and then she became the best. So I was expecting Raiden to be good, but I was still expecting, like, if I had high expectations I'd be disappointed. I've been incredibly impressed. My Raiden build is not good. Here's my Hyper Boom build. These substats on these artifacts are awful. They are utterly awful. But of course in the Hyper Boom build the main thing that matters is the EM. Substats are boosting your talent damage.
Or a bubble rising through water.
And so like, I will improve this set at some point, because of course I am going to farm Guild of Dreams in the future, but that point is not right now. I'm already happy with how this Hyper Bloom performs. You can swap out for Dragon's Bane, if I want. That's 900 EM, plus 150 from set bonus, that's 1050 EM. I might get a little bit more Elemental Mastery off of this flower. And then the healer can give 200, over 200 EM. So looking at 1250 EM and maximum. And I did take it to level 90 for bonus Hyper Bloom damage. And I didn't post these. I wish, maybe it does. I wish there was like a clip editor. Because I would have, I did a lot of damage comparisons for Raiden teams I made. Raiden teams I made. I haven't tried like Raiden Aggravate. But I have the Archon team right here, Raiden, John Lee, Nahida, and Bruna. And this team is really good actually. Is probably one of my best performing teams in the game. And it's the AFK team. So what you do is you put down John Lee's shield, you hit him with Nahida's skill, activate Farina's burst, and Raiden's skill, and that basically gives you 30 seconds of just active DPS, you don't have to do anything. So Raiden's skill, Nahida's skill, and Farina's skill are all just automated. They'll just do shit for you. So you can literally just sit in the corner of the map, do nothing, and you'll actually get like respectable damage. It's crazy. But if you do want a DPS, then you can use Nahida's burst to boost Hyper Bloom damage, and you can use Raiden's burst as well. Other than this team, I have Raiden Raiden Hyper Carry, which is Raiden, Jean, Farina, Zhangling. That team, I posted clips of all of these teams to Instagram, and yeah, I would have posted them to YouTube, but like then I would have to post them all individually, and then I couldn't compare them because they'd be separate videos, so it's going to be a little bit cringe, so I didn't do that. put it all on my Instagram in one post. Kind of. I did a second post later on where I just upgraded the already existing builds and tried them on a different boss. My Jean is only level 70 and her artifacts are not upgraded. They're also not good artifacts on top of that. This is the Jean I was using in the clip. Just nothing. Just absolutely fuck all.
Inactivity
And
serves no
a level 8
purpose
burst, but
whatsoever.
only level 5 skill. No constellations. This weapon. Level 70. So that's the Jean in the video. Here's the Farina. My Farina's crit split is not great. But otherwise, whoa. Whoa, why do I have that much ER? Hold the fuck up, I did not know I had this. That's not even max. What the fuck happened? Since when did my Farina have this much I thought I was at like maybe 220, what the fuck? Okay, I need to re-examine my Farina build or something. I did not think I had this much ER. That's way too much. And most people say like maybe 200. Okay, right. Okay. I figured out what's wrong with my Farina build, I guess. Alright. Because my Farina build isn't great. My Novelet is probably my most well-built character. My character 200% crit damage, dude. 200% crit damage. I know to other people that's like average. To me, this is insane. I'm really chuffed with myself for getting to that crit damage. And I can boost the crit rate even further, but it's like
But human life is like
it's
the
just
dew
worth
of dawn,
upgrading because the base
or a
attack
bubble
does
rising
nothing.
through water.
All it is an extra 2%
Transitory.
crit rate per ascension, and I have less than 3 million more right now. 2,700,000. I do not have a more of an upgraded weapon. Just for a tiny crit rate boost, plus 36% crit rate. I mean, it's basically double. Into the 70s, so that's more than enough. For now.
Inactivity serves no purpose
Yeah,
whatsoever.
my Novelet is, I think, really damn well built. I could replace his ER artifact for a HP artifact. But I rationalize it by saying that he does have HP on this artifact. It's not a whole lot, but it's also not a tiny amount either. It's actually a decent chunk. So unfortunately I got those attack rolls instead of crit damage, right? But this is, I would say, Novelet is my most well-built character on my entire account. I'm really chuffed with him. And yeah, of course, I didn't even mean to get Novelet. I wish I had gone as C1 on accident. It'd be really good for me, but I'll pick it up for next time. Hopefully. If once Nilu is dropped, I'm just going for like constellations and weapon banner. And otherwise I have like a specific set of characters which I also post on Instagram if I want to get. My Zhangling is a main point of concern.
Over the centuries. But human
Yeah.
life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through
I mean,
water.
level 90 is Badlands.
Transitory.
I mean, like, this artifact, this is a really fucking good artifact. It's unfortunate attack flat and HP flat, but otherwise this is a crazy good artifact. 35 crit value. A little bit more than 35. Like 37 or something, I think it is. So this Pyro Goblet, if the last two rolls go into crit rate, it's almost acceptable. Xing Cho's Hydro Goblet also is almost acceptable. 2 desirable substats to me is good. 2 desirable substats and a good main stat is good, just good enough.
Alone and unchanging.
It's not easy to get, especially for a goblet, an on-set goblet, no less. Zhanglings, yeah. Oh, this is because she did have a better circlet, but it's a circlet I gave to Raiden. This is Raiden's circlet in this set. It's Zhang Ling's work. Where's Lisa? Lisa has Raiden's emblem set, and these are the stats from it. It's pretty good. The only real bad part of it is crit damage. Like, you do want a little bit of elemental mastery, because no matter what team you are using her in, she is doing some reactions, so she does get a benefit from elemental mastery.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
So you do want some, but yeah, definitely not too much on emblem set. But like this artifact, that's pretty good. This artifact, yeah, definitely decent. If that HP was crit damage, that'd be really good. It'd be really, really damn good. That'd be 4 desirable substats. The sand is not great. Only 1 desirable substat. I think I did actually just get a better sand, so yes. This sand is a second chance, basically. But I don't have resources to upgrade it right now. You know that this goblet is also one of the best artifacts on my account. 4 desirable substats and the best, well, not the best main stat, because attack percent is arguably better for Raiden. But they're interchangeable enough that, I mean, these substats is just really good to go for. And this was formerly Hoot House, and Hoot House or Changling's. Yes, that was for that team. Out of all of the teams I showed in that post, it was actually the weakest team. Since then, it will be stronger, of course, because I've leveled up my Raiden to 90 since then. But it still won't be great. The team still has a lot of room to grow.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop
teams.
of constant motion.
Right, yeah. The new Nervalet team I tried. Nervalet is a pretty ballsy team. Nervalet, Farina, Nahida, Raiden. It's I've got the worrying part is that there's no healer in the team. Farina does not count as a healer. You can use her as a healer in an emergency only. If it's heal or fail, then you can use her for healing. But in any other situation, no. That's why I really hope the Pyro Archon is a healer sub DPS. Because that's something the game really needs right now. It is significantly, we are severely lacking Pyro sub DPS characters. There are 3 Pyro sub DPS characters in the game. One of them is Zhang Ling. The second is Daya, a standard banner 5-star, who you almost just shouldn't even count, because a lot of players will just never get standard banner 5-stars. It just won't happen, because the chances of that happening are very low. You have to lose your 50-50, and then you have a 1 in 8 chance of getting them. So, yes, standard banner characters are... So you might as well just discount that. And the only other sub-DPS is Toma. And you don't use Toma for sub-DPS, you just use him for doing Pyro. He's good for Burgeon, and as far as I'm aware, literally nothing else. So, in reality, the game only really has 1 Pyro sub-DPS. And sure, she's one of the best sub-DPS characters in the game. But, I would like more. What I would like is none of the Archons are healers. Don't fucking count Farina yet. In the Archons, we have a sub DPS and support. We have a sub DPS, main DPS, and a support. We have a sub DPS and support. support for DPS is not there. We have a DPS, sub DPS, and a support. We have a sub DPS and a support, and main DPS with constellations. We don't fucking count her as a healer. She's not a healer. We don't have a healer yet. Sure, we have plenty of supports, but they're all damage boosting supports. I want the Pyro Archon to be a sub DPS healer. Party-wide healer, which will make sense otherwise.
Or a bubble rising
I mean, that
from
just
water.
makes sense both for what we're missing in Pyro characters, but also what we're missing in the Archon lineup. But anyway, the reason why why I'm okay with actually running that team is because Farina, Nahida, and Raiden take up very little on-field time. Farina is skill burst, boom, just like that, and then she's immediately off-field for the next 20 seconds. Nahida is skill and maybe burst, don't even have to use her burst, so if I feel like it I can. And Raiden is skill, and also if I feel like it can use her burst, but I don't have to. Because using her burst is probably a DPS loss, but I can use it to get energy back if I need to. Or God forbid, Nervalet fucking dies somehow, then yeah, I could still use Raiden as a shitty but existent DPS. But this team is actually the most powerful team on my account. Nervalet, Farina, Nahida, Raiden. Rav, let's be honest, the best DPS in the game, Nervalet. Followed up by one of the best sub-DPS characters and one of the best healers. I still refuse to say that Farina's the best healer, because her fucking burst is still really fucking annoying to get stacks. I mean, the way her burst works is still incredibly impractical for the vast majority of teams. And so I still think Kazuha is better. I do like Farina's account I would go for overall, because she's Hydro, whereas Kazuha's Anemo. And she has better sub-DPS than Kazuha. Probably. Kazuha has his burst, which is lots of damage, but of course you have to decide when to use that. And you need to build him well for it as well. Whereas Farina is just loads of HP. It's the best build on my, best setup on my account. Nervalet, very high damage, very high damage. In terms of my main 4 DPS characters, right? Ganyu, Nervalet, Hu Tao, and Raiden. Out of these 4, if we're ordering them in terms of best DPS, actually, it's pretty hard to decide between.
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly
If we're talking like the character on their own, I think Nervalet outdamages Hu Tao.
Is but a backdrop of constant motion. Huh? Alone and
Toodaloo.
It's really close. I would say, obviously, overall as characters, as damage, I don't know. I think Hu Tao might just barely beat him out on single target damage, but obviously Nervalet has more AoE, and he has self-healing, and he has more mobility, and he has more team flexibility. So as overall character value, Nervalet is better. So I would put Nervalet, Hu Tao. It's pretty hard to decide as Ganyu above Raiden, because the thing is that my Ganyu teams are not optimized, but they are still pretty fucking disgusting. Ganyu, Bennett, Nahida, Zhangling, disgusting. Actually, think about it now. Yeah, the Ganyu, Bennett, Nihida Zhangling is technically the strongest build in my account. It technically has more damage output, but has a slightly longer rotation than the Novelet team. So the Novelet team just goes in. It's just Furina skill burst, Nihida, Raiden, and then straight to Novelet skill burst and Kamehame. Whereas the Ganyu team is a little bit fucky. In that you do, first of all you do Nihida, then you do Bennett burst skill, Zhangling burst skill, Ganyu skill burst, and then charged shots. Unfortunately, Ganyu can only really get 3 charged shots off before Bennett's burst expires. But obviously, Ganyu's burst contributes a lot of damage, her skill does a decent chunk of damage as well, Zhangling is dealing personal damage, and Nihida is doing personal damage if the target is burning, which does a lot of damage, and every single charge attack Ganyu does deals just barely shy of 2 of Hu Tao's charge attacks. So I do think damage-wise, Ganyu's team is the most it has the highest DPS, if you don't factor in the setup time. Its setup time is longer, and also it's riskier, because the only healer you have is Bennett. And Nihida's very squishy. And obviously, Ganyu without the shielder is really risky. But if you want damage, and you're a skillful player, it is very, very, very powerful. So on that front, Ganyu does beat Raiden. Outside of that team, however, I think Raiden beats Ganyu. But yeah, my overall point is, I've been really happy with Raiden. She's actually really damn good to pull. Out of all of the Archons, even today, I've gradually been getting more and more used to Furina. But there is still definitely a twinge of disappointment, mainly just with her healing aspect, and again, the impracticality of her burst. Her burst also, it really should be like Warframe, and show just a number of how many stacks you have. There is a visual indicator of the crowd cheering when you meet certain increments. And a visual indicator when you reach maximum stacks. That's pretty hard to notice when you're trying to focus on a battlefield, mate. But he really should actually just tell you on the screen how many stacks you have. So it's more tangible. I never feel like I'm getting value out of Furina. Even if I am getting a lot of value out of her, it really feels like it. It's only with this Archon team I've actually started to feel like Furina is actually helping me a lot. But yeah, pull Raiden, pull for Raiden, and also pull Raiden is a really good idea. It's really good. I know 1,200 defense seems like a bad idea, and it is. But I just think it's funny. More defense than attack, dear god. Right, actually, that reminds me. My Noelle is fucking cracked. I haven't gotten to building her yet, but she has really good artifacts going for her. That's 3 desirable substats. 3 desirable substats. 3 desirable substats. 2 desirable substats. 3 desirable substats. Yeah. It's really fucking good setup actually, and the white blind seems to be a pretty good weapon just to go for. Since I'm not having a defense percent artifact, I want a ER Sands because of her energy problems. I don't have a defense artifact, and so therefore white blind is more valuable, I think. I don't think I'll bother purchasing the Battle Pass Claymore for her. So I want to make... My intention is For now, I'm continuing to grind out Emblem, just so I can hopefully get a better Zhangling, Xingqiu, and Raiden set. After that, I'm then going to get a set for Nilu, so I need a Tenacity of Megalith and Voruch's Glow. After that, I'm building Noelle's team, which is, as far as I'm planning, Noelle, Furina, Yunjin, Goro. Noelle already has a good artifact set in place and a good weapon. I just don't know about Yunjin and Goro, so... I do get that the Geo Curiosity set might give her more overall damage, but obviously this set is just really good for taking that crit rate pressure off of you. It's really hard to not meet your crit rate demand if you have this set. I mean, you literally, if this set works, 36% crit rate, plus just any crit rate weapon will get you up to all the crit rate you could possibly want. And then you can run a crit damage circlet. So, it's just a really damn good set. Honestly, even if it doesn't give absolute maximum damage output, it gives you really good build comfortability, which I appreciate. I'm pretty sure this is like the second best set for Noelle anyway. I'm alright with second best. It's also, of course, a very resin efficient set you can farm. It can get better artifacts for Furina. And for Fischl, dear god, this circlet on Fischl. What else do I want to say? How long have I been rambling? Half an hour.
World holds dear
God damn, I'm
but a
fucking
backdrop of
great,
constant
man.
motion.
Told my friend I'll be streaming, they haven't showed up yet, so they're officially a fake friend. What else do I want to say? Oh yeah, Chevreuse. See my banner pool results. Chevreuse, I got her C2. Her C6 is fucking crazy. 60% pyro damage and electro damage bonus. I can see, based on that alone, she's better than... She actually gives a better damage bonus than Kazuha. It's pretty fucking crazy.
Every journey has its final day.
Kazuha at the most, at the absolute most, is giving you a 40% damage bonus on top of 40% res shred, right? Chevreuse gives you a 40% res shred. She gives you a 40% attack percent bonus. And if you have a C6, she gives you a 60% damage bonus. So Chevreuse is actually better than Kazuha. Of course, on top of that, she also has healing. She doesn't have as much damage as Kazuha, but she still has respect.
Boats are made for transferring commodities.
But Chevreuse is actually really fucking strong. I just don't know if I'm interested in her teams.
So it is where many
I would want to run her with Linny though. I think that's a really good idea. But I don't have Linny yet, so I won't worry about that yet.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Picked her up, got her
but where
Constellation
are those
1.
Who share
I have no interest in her. She just seems like a worse Bennett, but Electro. She gives a lower attack bonus in exchange for being more impractical to use, and taking longer in your rotations in exchange for also generating less particles and having a higher burst cost. And she doesn't heal. Yeah, not great. She's very niche, and unfortunately she's been power crept by other supports for Raiden. Also, the curse has been broken. Fucking fight, it took, oh my god, I've been playing this game since fucking April. It took
every journey has its final day.
Months.
Don't rush.
To pull a fucking catalyst that wasn't Eye of Perception. I don't count this thing, and this thing fucking sucks anyway. 8 months. But the curse has finally been broken, and this is a good one.
Osmanthus
I should make this at some point to give a buff. EM wise and base attack
But
wise
where
to
are
what
those
Heater
who
currently has.
share the memory?
Don't know about that perk. But yeah, the curse is finally broken. Maybe I'll finally get fucking Widsith or something at some point. I was really also hoping for Favonius Fragments, probably a little bit more actually, but that's fine. Also got a Sacrificial Greatsword. And that was it, I think. Nothing else of note from Banner.
Where do you want to go next?
I might pop in.
If you'd
Actually,
like
yeah,
to see
you know what, I
Leo
probably
list
will
tourist
pop on
spots,
like whatever
I
more
have a
wishes I
few
get.
references.
I'll probably keep on pumping up for pity. Try to get some Chevrolet's constellations. And you never know, I mean, the next 10 pull could give me 3 Videns. You never know. So I think I will. I mean, there's 18 days left. Each of those days is at least 1 wish. Yeah. So I think I will drop 20 more wishes onto this manor. And pray to God that somehow in that I get 2 Raiden constellations and 4 Chevrolet's constellations. If that happens, the chances of that happening is like 1 in millions, but I would be very happy. Oh yeah. But after that, I'm saving for Nilu. Even if a banner comes up and it's a character I want, if it's not Nilu, and I don't have more than 150
Every
wishes.
journey has its final
I'll give it 150 wishes.
Don't rush.
I will never, until I have Nilu, I will never go below 150 wishes. Because I do not want to risk missing Nilu, and 150 wishes is like a safe point. At 150, you have 20 days on their banner, and so therefore that's 20 wishes. 150 plus 20 is 170, which is only 10 away from the absolute maximum you could possibly need. The average amount of wishes is 100, so 150 should already be more than enough.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liyue tend to stay away.
At the start of the game, I had way above average luck, but now I have way below average. It's very sad. Anyway, I've been rambling for over half an hour now. The point of the stream is I want to build up this area. I don't know how much of the rest of the area I'm going to do, all these other islands, but I want to make a start. Yeah, move characters. I had them here for gift sets. The only gift sets I'm missing now are Kujo Sara and 1 Chevrolet set, which I'm completing in 5 hours. Okay, so for the outdoor of this area, my concept for this area was I thought it would be fun to make it specifically Archon themed. It's something I always wanted to do, and now I have all of the Archons. So I thought it would be a great idea for the idea to be like a Farina tea party. I don't know if I'll commentate over all this. My mouth is... what? My throat is fucking hurting from talking so much already. That is one of the honest ones. I'm wondering, like, could I place building up there and it would look better up high? This area is small in comparison to the others. That could be a good thing. Yeah, I think I'll do it. This is already reminding me of Great Gatsby. Will this be visible from down there? A little bit. That kind of fucking annoys me, because I don't think I would put anything out back. Squeeze it in here. Why can't you make like fucking normal hitboxes? Or the area outlines? That'll do. Yeah, I want to use this mansion. Obviously, constructing gift sets gives you loads of new furnishing to experiment with. So I have a lot of Fontaine-themed ones now. And for companions in this domain, it's going to be all of the Archons, plus Neuvillette. Because Neuvillette and Farina are both in unofficial levels of Archonhood. Neuvillette kind of has a power of an Archon. Kind of. Well, actually, he's stronger than an Archon. And Farina is Farina. That situation. And so I want each of the Archons to have like their own room, and Farina and Neuvillette will have like a shared room, I think. So, I just think that makes sense. We deserve more Neuvillette and Farina content. It's surprising actually how little they interact. Oh, we have a statue. Right, yeah, here's some of these things. I also might just borrow some sets. Yeah, there's a lot of them here. I mean, you gotta start with a fountain. Also, I tried to Google what is the music for this place, but I couldn't find it. But I really like the bass music in here, so I'm not actually going to change it. Oh, I just had an idea. Where is this thing? I bought a special thing. Somewhere in here. Fireworks. So this item sets off a bunch of fireworks. I think that potentially can make for a great screenshot or something. Right, and I want something going on over here. Just other side here. We can go for the fucking tree. Ground trees. I think that fits our colour palette. Let's go for the second. Very vibrant colours. Fucking trees underwater. Right. What do you want over here? As long as like the main island looks good. That's primarily what matters. The other ones can go to hell because you're not really actually spending any time there. You just want the main island to look really good. Ah, there what? Okay. That's really nice for you to just spawn into. There you go, that's kind of cool.
This realm is truly beginning
I think I'm going to do this island, and then I'm going to move inside and then do the other islands. If I even do them. Typically, I'm not willing to put in a lot of effort to make them look nice. What I mean is, I'll build all the things I need for the gift sets, but otherwise I'm not going to invest in building furniture. And therefore, that means that often I have like a set number of Mondstadt buildings, a set number of Liyue, Inazuma. And so it kind of means that each island is basically just ends up being themed after a different nation, and it doesn't look good. And so often I regret just building other islands at all. The only one where I don't really regret it is the mountain peak one I did, because it kind of makes sense there. I managed to make it look good going up a mountain. Finish that. Oh fuck, I don't have realm currency. Oh. But maybe. No, it is something you have to buy from the fuck. But I really like these Fontaine buildings. They look so fucking good. And they blend in really well in this environment. And so, I feel like it is pretty easy to just build a bunch of these and just put them together. We need a food store.
If you ever...
I think it makes sense for Farina to have a food store right outside her house. I think that fits her personality. What are these buildings? So, something I love about Ryder is that playing the game with her has made the game feel so much fucking fresher. Look, honestly, having played one, I feel like she's a must pull, not just for how good she is, or how valuable she is, but also because she's just so much fun, and she's such a breath of fresh air that I think the game really needs, at least for me, right now. So the fun with Genshin absolutely does dwindle out over time, but playing Raiden again, immediately fucking the game reignited its vice grip on me. Ah, fuck, you have to go past the building to exit anyway. Oh, it doesn't make much sense now. I don't want to put building over here because of that view. No, it should be a smaller building. Can have this be like the housekeepers? Why? That's completely within borders. Unfortunately, that wall kind of looks like shit. It's one of those where you really want you to connect it to another wall, I think. But I ain't doing all that. Yeah, they specifically designed that to interlock right there. Yeah, actually, like, automatically locks in for you. Yeah. It's good that you thought of that, but it still doesn't quite work. That window is obstructed. So it's good they thought of that. They do that for one-step buildings as well, but it doesn't quite work. Is this Lenny's house? No, I think this area is like higher up on it. I think it's fairly similar to Lenny's house though. I hate how some other characters have established like houses, but we never get to see them outside them. That's really something Genshin needs to like, should be able to meet characters out in the wild. It wouldn't make sense for Chiori's shop to be here, would it? I really want to pull for Chiori, but apparently she's going to be a 5-star, which really sucks. They need to stop making Geo 5-stars. Are there more Geo 5-stars than 4-stars? There might be. Geo 5-stars. John Lee, Albedo, Ito, Navia. That's 4. I feel like I'm forgetting someone. Other than Chiori, which makes 5. Okay, let's go with those 5. 4 stars. Yunjin, Noel, Goro. That's 3. Oh dear. Okay, let's back out. Wait, let's actually look at this, right? Okay, 1. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3. I forgot about Ningguang. 4. I was right, I forgot about Ningguang. Because, as we all know, Ningguang is the best DPS in the game. Ningguang's fucking awful. To me, she's by far the worst character in the game.
Boring. Isn't there anything
Thank you,
else more
Frina.
interesting to do?
Exactly. Ningguang's kit, she has no combos. She's the only character in the game where repeatedly using her normal attack just plays the same animation over and over and over. It is beyond boring. It is so incredibly mind-numbing to play Ningguang. I haven't played her a lot, obviously I haven't pulled her. And I don't intend to. The brief time I've gotten to play her in various trials is fucking awful. Her kit isn't even that good, so she's not fun to play. A boring kit, and she's relatively weak. Pretty weak. Noelle was better than her now, thanks to Frina. So currently, the number of Geo 5 stars to 4 stars is equal right now.
Popular can be
So whether
such a
Giori is a
hassle.
5-star, 4-star will
the
tip
people
away
would
in
adore me so
either
much.
way. Ridiculous. And she's a dedicated support for Navia as well. I don't think dedicated supports should be 5 stars. That just doesn't make sense. I love that animation. Unfortunately, I played Navia, her trial. I just don't like her playstyle. It doesn't feel good to me. It feels a little bit chaotic. I don't like it. Generally, in Genshin, I like dedicated setups, like with Hu Tao. Is John Lee's skill, Xing Cho's skill burst.
Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
It's then Yelan, skill burst, and then Hu Tao, skill, and then mow him down. I don't like characters like Navia where it's just, I don't fucking know, just use her burst and then use your shielder with John Lee. And then fucking try to create some crystallized reactions, and then use her skill, aim your fucking shotgun, then go in for some basic attacks, and then shotgun again after a couple seconds, hopefully, if you've gotten crystallized shards. And then, I'm not a fan. And she's a second Geo Claymore. Or second. She's third.
Being too popular can be such a hassle.
Third Geo Claymore DPS. Bit ridiculous. See, if Chiori is a 5-star, I'm going to be a bit disappointed. Also, to me, it doesn't make sense for Chiori to be a support character, personality-wise. That's usually something Genshin has done really well, like a character's kit makes sense with their personality. Fury would not make sense as a support. She would be a main DPS as well. Or a sub DPS. She wouldn't be a support, definitely not. She's a very assertive person. I don't really know what else to do with this area. I put something here. Yeah, sure, give the Archons a nonsense. They'll love it. Oh, Nahida swing set. Nahida gets the swing set. Yes, that's a brilliant idea. Give her a little swing set under her tree. Let's fucking go. I'm so happy I had that idea. Actually, yeah, could I get like an element of each Archon, actually? Right, so Nahida, Farina is just the entire area. For Venti, I'm not even going to start on an underwater windmill. Might even look a little bit aesthetically tacky being next to this, but... yeah, I want to commit to this theme. Right, and we can have like a Inazuma shrine here. Sumeru, Mondstadt, Fontaine, Inazuma. All we need is something for Lyra. I think that works. That's fine. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Mondstadt, Lyra, Inazuma, Sumeru, Fontaine. No. Of course, we have to figure out something else for Natlan when it appears. Natlan is interesting, because Natlan is the first nation in the game which we don't know anything about. The thing is that Fontaine, Inazuma, and Sumeru were all teased since the release of the game, as far as I'm aware. Like, throughout the entire game, you can find NPCs referencing them and stuff. Natlan has been mentioned by name, like, twice. And that's all we've had about it. We don't know anything about it, other than apparently it's about dragons. Which doesn't make sense, because dragons are also in Sumeru anyways. And Neuvlet's a dragon, and Valen's a dragon. What is Neuvlet referring to when he says dragon? That could mean a lot of different things. Then that now will be interesting. Are they any interesting sets? It's funny, they kind of stopped doing regular sets. Which is fine, gift sets are objectively better. We don't really have enough, like, roads here. Like, road, I don't have enough roads to make roads. That's the point. Where are we? Maybe I can make some going up to a fountain. I add this to the shrine. So it's unfortunate this area doesn't have a day and night cycle. Or at least much of a noticeable one. Well, of course, this area would be really fucking dark overnight, technically, so... I guess I just can't interact with this lamp anymore. Thanks, game. Oh my god, map hat retiring. Yep. I cried in that video. Absolutely. Previous candles in each area. I've been watching Game Theory since the first couple episodes. I'm a Game Theory OG. I absolutely started watching him less over time. It used to be I watched every single video and rewatched them as soon as they came out. Back in the day. Definitely the last couple years, what I would mainly do is I would not watch MatPat for months, and then I would go on like a week-long binge of a bunch of his videos. Not necessarily recent videos either, just whatever videos I found of him. So I haven't been watching him as much in recent years, but hot damn, he's one of the most influential YouTubers ever on the platform. It's crazy to see him go. I feel like we all knew it was coming. The last couple of years, we just didn't think it'd be so soon. That's great attention to detail. Just shame we didn't make Freena's skill apply to all of your party members whilst active. That would have been really nice. Just for screenshotting purposes. How is review? It's not that great anyway. Alright, let's take us inside. We should have a lot of capacity left, but I don't know what else to do with this area. Alrighty, inside. The hardest part is always deciding what the main room is. I've never really shown off my Sumeru one, because I'm actually really not happy with it. Quickly show off my Sumeru place.
This realm
is really fucking bland. It sucks. Main island. Of course, hustle and bustle of Ormos, best piece in the game, quite frankly. And we gave it to fucking poor Ormos. Barber fucking on the stage, Jesus Christ. This area doesn't look awful. There's like no coherency in the theme in Greece areas, so like this doesn't make any sense what's going on here. This is just a bunch of random fucking buildings. You went with a bold decision here. This is a fucking sparring arena. With a table for Team Biscuits, a casual sparring arena. But a sparring arena nonetheless. I think it's cool, but it doesn't really make sense to be the first thing you're walking on. There's no other room big enough to do it, of course. I always have like a war room area. Right, it's not an Andrew Tate reference. Put some cats and dogs down for some reason. How are you doing, official? How many people we have new dialogue? Casper's new. Oh, Casper.
Hello there. There was a familiar scent upon the wind. I guessed that you would come.
That's a little bit creepy, Casper. Don't say that to other girls.
Please take this. I heard that the maple leaves back home have already turned red. I want to go back and take a look, but it's a long journey. I can't return for now. I was wandering the market the other day and saw these well-preserved maple leaves, so I bought some. Although I can't confirm whether they're from my hometown, they still help blunt my homesickness. Indeed. From a purely visual perspective, red maple leaves have a unique beauty to them. Every year in my hometown, people enjoy the scene of falling red leaves. The maple leaves are a crimson sunset and fall like scarlet rain. A thick layer of fallen leaves on the ground. The chirping of autumn insects. And the wandering birds.
The unfortunate thing about my Novelette Hyperbloom team being so powerful, though, is that it now means that my Novelette Charlotte Farina Kazuha team is redundant. And that means that, once again, I actually like that team because it finally gave me a use for Kazuha. I just don't use Kazuha. Honestly. He is a really valuable character, but he's also gonna... I don't know if it's just me, or if it is like a problem with his kit. He is a really valuable character, really valuable for new players, but I'm fortunate enough to have characters which I think are better slot-ins than him for most of my setups. I finally had a setup where it was worth it in that setup, and thanks to Raiden Hyperbloom, that setup has now been power crept. I used it in the Abyss once, I think, and it's already redundant. So, Kazuha only got his time to shine once. Of course, he probably will again in future teams, but...
How improper of me. I should have taken the initiative to invite you. But I was absorbed by my own homesickness. Thank you. Then take this maple leaf as a keepsake. Our promise is thus made. When the maple leaves next bloom red, we shall go to my hometown, together.
That's very sweet, Casper. Not talking to Bennett. This room is a kind of cozy dining room. Oh, there's also a bunch of books back here for some reason. And because... This is Nahida's room. It's a room I thought befitting of a goddess of wisdom. Give her a desk with loads of science equipment on it. I love that waving animation. Okay, so I'm happy with, like, I might straight up recreate this room. The other thing is that I can use these wall designs. so I can have each of the Archon's rooms be dedicated to their region. Noelle, this is kind of like, this is a maid's room. She has a music adjustment in here, she has all of this stuff, she has a wardrobe, she has a bed for herself, she has a place to do paperwork, and she has a place to cook. This is just a maid's room, because I had no other ideas, and I thought Noelle deserved some screen time. Fucking Jean's here, of all people. Oh, this is a guest bedroom. Inazuma themes, so 2 beds. And no fish in the tank. I don't know why that's a desk here. Out of ideas. And I just copied Noelle's maid room again. There's some good ideas here, but it's not cohesive. But I feel like Archon Tea Party is a cohesive idea. That also means we need a really grandiose table.
This realm.
Befitting of Archons. Quickly show you Emerald Peak here. I think I have posted this to YouTube before. Once we have Nilu's going to be on the stage over there. Like here, I think this architecture works. It's from a distance, and from this top-down perspective, it looks nice. And also like that I actually constructed the full wall, which looks cohesive as well. Of course, I have made rooms dedicated to Archons before. As again, I might just straight up copy them. Here, of course. I was really happy with this build, and I still am. I just don't love it as much as I used to. Of course, this was the teapot I stuck with for the longest. But I eventually moved on. It's my room, 2 beds, because 2 beds. Dining room, very cozy. 8 chairs. This is Raiden's room, which was prepared for months in advance. Many months in advance. Raiden gets a nice relaxing chair, whilst any guests either get a bench or this shitty cushion. And she also has a kotatsu. So I might just straight up recreate this room for Raiden, because I really like it. This is John Lee's room. Pretty fitting, but I feel like his bed should be a little bit higher off the ground. And also that harp will go to Venti. And this was supposed to be Kokomi's room, but the capacity drain of the fish tank is too high. So I couldn't place Kokomi in this room. I still love this place, eh?
This realm.
Let's do this for nostalgia. This is the realm I started with. It does suck. And none of the other islands are built up at all. I don't have any intention to build them up. I just don't like this place anymore. I don't know why. Don't remember what's indoors here. Of course, my original war table, the amount of screenshots I took of characters in front of this table. Oh, that music. My room would be rather. As yet, to put into perspective, I stopped using this domain completely soon after Curava released. And even before it, I was very iffy on it. This is literally just a dump stuff to meet capacity room. Same thing again. Is it the same for upstairs as well? Other than the dining table? Fun fact, this dining table was the first ever set I made. The first ever one. And it's never moved from there. It's always been there. These rooms are just empty. This is pretty sad.
This realm.
Of course, I haven't done anything with call-outs. Right. What do we... don't know what to do with the opening area. Can sort it out later. It probably should be a dining room. Oh, I don't know. I have one idea. Actually, I should establish an idea before I forget it. For fuck's sake. What's the time? 11 o'clock. That's a suitably grand table. Also, actually, yeah, so how many rooms do we have here? One, of course, we want one for Farina and Novelet. We need 5 rooms. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only just barely have enough rooms for each of them. Which also means Natlan isn't getting invited. Right. Okay then, that... that doesn't change things at all. I have an idea. No, not that way. No. Thank you, game. Okay. Oh yes, I just got no idea. Okay, great. Oh, won't let me. Oh, okay. Is that slightly tilted? No, it isn't. Okay, game. Slightly to the right. Left even. Alright. Now, gather all of you up. Is it cheap for me to just combine 2 different sets? Yes. Do I care? No. I think it looks lovely. Centered enough for me. Do I have more of these sofas? No, that's unfortunate. Some of the icons will be relegated to chairs instead. Right, where's the thing I'm thinking of? Oh. Oh, that's so cute. I love it. Please, more things like this, Hoyo. These are brilliant. I can't imagine this is a hard asset to make. That's so cute. This event was brilliant. This is one of the best events I've ever done. I did upload that video, and I stand by it. It's genuinely a better story than last one. The story is better. I'm not gonna pretend like the budget, the acting quality is comparable to Last of Us 2, but the narrative writing itself of that event is genuinely better than Last of Us 2. It's both funny, but also a genuine compliment to Genshin. Really good event. Not gonna lie, I'm not sure this is. Oh, that was from a Fontaine quest. Where's... Am I blind? I am. This might look better though. Oh, this design just makes sense for Fontaine. I don't like placing these together to make them symmetrical. No, game. Stop doing that, thank you. Great. You have a little screen concealing who it is. Now, obviously, I don't have Linny, but I do have Lynette. Are you fucking kidding me, Hoyo? So you give us a stage, but you don't let us play some on stage. Why? Why do you do that? That sucks. In the overworld, you can place them on stages. Not indoors? Really, Hoyo? I mean, it doesn't ruin it all. I can just like place her here. No? I want to move this here anyway. It's in a way. Okay, I think that placement is fine. Right, I want this to be somewhere that makes sense. Should be at one end of the dinner table, I suppose. Are you fucking for real? God damn it, game. Okay, fine. Well, see, I got a lot of stuff here. So many different fucking plates. Let's fucking go. Should we just put a fucking magic lamp on the table? Don't know what that is. Oh, that's cute. This is also from the event, I think. Game, why do you auto-lock things? I was just giving you credit a couple of minutes ago for having good auto-locking. I want these things to be centered. Fucking fighting game here. Sure. I'm actually really happy with this so far. We just need to... yeah, okay. Sure. Good enough. I think this is a really nice idea. You have a tea party and a stage of entertainment. That is so Farina. That is so Fontaine. I think I've nailed it. And all it took was me just taking the two gifts and combining them. But this is the idea I had anyway. I wanted the long table. I mean, this is basically what I wanted anyway. I just speedrun it. 90 minutes into the stream now. I'm really happy with this, and we still have lots of load left as well. So you absolutely can do more if you want. What's this? That will make sense. That just makes it hard to leave. I feel morally obligated to put like a plant in each corner. I don't know if it fits. I want to save this for Venti's room. We already have a music player. Sure. Oh, this is actually going to look so good for Viden's room, actually. Man, I'm a genius. What can I do with this? For Farina's room, I was hoping to give her some kind of throne, and then like a desk with an overlap, but I might not end up like that. I'm absolutely putting the painting on Farina's wall. Painting? Picture. Okay, I think we leave this for now. Love it. I love this, actually. I just wish I had more friends so I could fill out the room with each actual icon. Are the candles not lit because it's day? I wish you could sit characters down and stuff. Oh, please, Hoyo, there's no way you're watching this, but please make it happen. Right, I want this to be Farina's room. So this is west side. Okay. Books make more sense for the other rooms, unfortunately. Beds are a problem. Can't have Nova and Farina sharing the bed. Also, each room is going to need at least one dresser. Is this Fontaine? This is Fontaine. It has snapped her. really should be a snap. Close enough. You'd also just say that the Livernet sleeps somewhere else. It would be unprofessional to sleep in the same room as Fruna. Yeah, we can say that. If there was like a singular chair, if it wasn't a double chair, I'd probably go for it. I'm going for it regardless. Yeah, what option is this? Want enough space to put some flowers behind her? Or something. Come on, let me squeeze it in. You can't do this to me, game. Okay, I just need a desk. Is this even a desk? What is this? This is something. She's whole. Just barely right, I think. I want everything to be colourful for everything. The brown goes well. Something I also love to do is to have like traveller memorabilia. I feel like that would be fitting for Farina's room if anyone's. This is off center. Chamber. Seems about right. I love that. I just think that makes a lot of sense. It's a very public event, so I mean, Farina wouldn't have any problem hanging out like that. I think that's very sweet. I think that works really well. Just want to put something in this side of the room. I probably want to save these for John Lee. Is this Chimera or Fontaine? It's actually hard to tell. I think it's Chimera. You can just say that Farina stole this from Yoimiya at some point, like how all Archons steal something from Yoimiya, primarily being her banners. Poor Yoimiya. Raiden is just such a good board, it doesn't make any sense to pick Yoimiya over her. Even if you already have Raiden Constellations are more valuable than Yoimiya. We had Hu Tao recently, there's no reason to go for Yoimiya if you already have Hu Tao. Hu Tao's just better in pretty much every single way. Oh. I should have thought about that. That's fine. That's a good way to sidestep that issue. Do I have enough space for a chair? Brilliant. The moment you enter, you see this. I think that's a really good opening sight. I'm actually really happy with it so far. Who do you want to be upstairs and downstairs? It's basically going to be who is my favourite Archon. Shit, it's actually a pretty hard decision. I'm thinking Raiden and John Lee for first floor. So I think there were 2 Elder Archons out of the 4. Nahida's the youngest. John Lee's the oldest. Probably then Venti. Then then Nahida. Yeah, okay, so let's make this age room. So first of all, let's place her down. Okay. So we need this room to be Inazuma themed. Which floor is Inazuma? I don't remember. That seems like it. Let's change the door for now. Inazuma dresser. Is that an Inazuma dresser? Am I gonna have to build more dressers? Yeah. We have one stat. We need a Sumeru dresser. This is something we really need more of in the game, is seeing characters in alternate outfits. It's ridiculous to me. They have an awesome design for John Lee in that event art, but they're not going to release that. Bullshit, that's clear. I didn't know it did that. That's cool. I think this is pretty nice. Buttons. No matter what, either the room's aesthetic is getting disrupted, or the main room's aesthetic is getting disrupted. Oh, it changes all of the doors apparently. Never mind then. This will just have to do. Yes, it's fine. I love that Raiden loves desserts. He's confused somehow. Right, it is probably Leeway themed. We can make him move up.
This realm is...
If you ever...
So this is this is Mondstadt? No. No, this is Liyue? This is Mondstadt, this is Liyue. Okay. I don't know culture. Ooh, that's Liyue floor. This is Inazuma floor? Or this? Probably this. That's pretty sweet. I think Johnny would like a more traditional one way. Johnny's pretty based. He appreciates tradition from a cultural perspective, but he's not fucking racist. I guess this is still just gonna have to be Johnny's bed. And this one will be Venti's, as if that makes any sense. Right, John Lee is fairly simple. Books, just books, all of the books. All of the books. He likes his history. It does make sense for his character, he loves history. He's a fucking nerd. I hate things being too far away from the wall. There's nothing I can do about it. You really gonna do this to me again? Really? Well, fuck you. I avoid your bullshit. Damn it. He looks dodgy. Dodgy at best. Can I just make you touch tips? Game, come on. I was praising you earlier for this. Stop fucking snapping it. It's gonna have to do. need to put him in room first, just to make sure we don't go over capacity. Of course, John Lee gets a good share. Johnny definitely loves a nice looking plant or two. Is that a leeway plant? That's more of a sumaria plant. Yeah, fuck it. It's the leeway colours. Good enough. Don't have much more space. Never mind. The plant's going. I want a rug. Is this the leeway rug? This is a nicer Favonius rug, I think. None of these are big. John Lee just loves a humble room. I just wish Genshin, because of how Genshin is designed, they just have to be adding in new characters all the time. I just wish we could spend more time with each character. Because I could absolutely say that plenty of Genshin's characters could hold their own games, quite frankly, but they just don't spend enough damn time with them. John Lee, Farina, Nahida. A's writing is fucked up, but she's still a really likeable character. There's a lot to love about her. John Lee, Nahida, Farina, Garnu, Novelet, Kazuha, Tudhao,
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Kokomi isn't, unfortunately, not really all that. Jangling, Official, Petching, Lynette. And there's so many of Genshin's characters are actually amongst my favourite gaming characters of all time. I just wish that the game's business model wasn't exactly the way it was. We could spend more time with each of these characters.
Constant over the centuries.
I think it'd be a really good idea for them to make a spin-off of Genshin, which is more story focused.
Transitory.
Where they can focus on character development and allowing us to see more of these characters. Or they could just hire more people and do more constant events with more constant characters appearing. We need to see more of the Archons interacting with each other. But I almost feel like they're deliberately holding off on that until like a significant story moment or something. Because as far as I'm aware, the only Archons that have met are John Lee and Venti. And I mean, that makes sense. Because they're not understanding away are very close nations. Very closely attached, so it makes sense they know each other. I'm quite happy with this stream. Ooh. For real? Huh? Okay, this is gonna be Sumeru. Right, let's okay, that still seems to be the same. Wow, it makes it really misty. Interesting. Like it. Right, we need a Sumeru dresser. Oof. It's not too bad. The color is wrong, but the texture is actually kind of okay for Sumeru. Why has that happened? Also, we are going to pick music. Even though this music itself is pretty good as well.
This realm...
If you ever...
Yeah, I'm just gonna basically try to recreate that room, so I was already really happy with that. Very overcrowded, very Nahida, I think. Right, I mean, it isn't very Nahida, but it's God of Wisdom-y. You can't really get much Nahida-y. You can't get much closer to this, I don't think. Nahida is pretty passionate about knowledge, so I think it makes sense. In her free time, she'd be investigating stuff. You really should be able to, like, place them in the chair. Also, yeah, this is here for cooking and experimentation. Not sure what I'm gonna do over here. More books. All the books. The other grandfather clock. The grandfather clock. The hourglass. Hey, fucker. Damn you. Oh, I want it so bad. I want it so bad, though. And the little smear pop. Ooh, we can do smear pop. You won't let a candle, will it? No. The floor is annoying, but I can get over it. Right, our last one, Venti. Now, yeah, this is a problem. Do I have anything which can be taken as a glass of wine? Because he has a wine distillery. Doesn't seem like it. It's a stretch. It's a really big stretch. What is this? I think I've been a little bit too kind to Venti here, if I'm being honest. I think he deserves worse. That really sucks. It does that. Genshin, you're not pretty diligent on fixing glitches very soon. They will get fixed. I've never noticed it before, so... I'm really happy with Rory's rooms. I want to round out this room first and then do the upper corridor. I love that from the moment you come in. There's a lot going on here. It's not like sensory overload, it's just like grand. I really want to use this sector. We still have capacity? Really? Alright. So they really just put all of the capacity into this room despite being the hardest one to actually decorate. Like, the only reason why I can put this here is because it's really on theme. Otherwise, this area would be mostly empty. It's such a waste. There we go. Upstairs corridor. Oh, it just makes sense for it to be like a... Yeah. I really wanted to use this fireplace somewhere, but there just isn't room for it. Seven of 8, damn. I might have an idea. Oh shit, I wanted to place this. Fuck. Great. Symmetry. I feel really good about this. I feel like we're really fully utilising the space. Two chairs and two stools each, yeah. That's not gonna work. Stupid me. it being slightly disorganized isn't character for Freener, so. Temperature is a little bit mismatched. We're still on green load. Also, obviously this place is very multicultural, so I'm okay with having things with multiple regions in the open areas. If the Archon rooms, which I want to be more region specific. Still green. I feel like you put a counter up here. In the future, this is probably where we'd put the Pyro Archon. I'm thinking Noelle, because she's Noelle, she's a maid. I'm thinking Ching or Garnu, which makes sense for John Lee. Hu Tao helps organize international stuff. Yang Miko's Raiden's companion. I refuse to believe that they are not canon. Chevreuse and Charlotte. Chevreuse as some kind of guard. I doubt you need that here, but it could make sense. And Charlotte as a photographer. I think Charlotte probably makes the most sense. Also, why not? Absolutely no space wasted. Come on, game. Come on. Just allow me this. Okay. That took over 2 hours, I think. It was worth it. I love this. This is probably my favourite interior I've done. I'm really happy with it. Because from the sheer amount of seats, it's implied that this isn't just for Archons as well. There's plenty of room for other people to also be here. Obviously this is for the Archons, the important people. So you've got the main party area, room for the Archons, advertising for the film, a music player, seats for the ordinaries come, which they're not letting me sit in for some reason. Even though I'm pretty sure they said they were sittable earlier. These are. Johnny's room, very humble, very Leo, very low-key. I think it's very good for him. Frina Novelet's room. It's a bit simple, which I think is fitting for Frina. Why does that look like it's floating off the ground? I mean, that is just so sweet having that there. Ryden's room, very fitting for, I think, unique interactable. Upstairs viewing area is great. We've got multitude of angles on what's going on here as well. This is making me wish you could actually get like a party of, I don't know, fucking 20 players. I would love to actually set something up like that. So we have another chair, apparently she doesn't work. Charlotte's excited to see us. Little bars. So if you count up all of the seats, I mean 4, 8. So there's 8, 3, 6, 7. So it's 15. 19. So there's 19 seats upstairs alone. And at the Archon table there is 7. There are 7. I didn't even mean for that. There are 7 seats. 2 seats on each sofa, despite them being 3-seater. Are they 3-seater?
They say that people who have lost their sense of joy are like withered flowers. I, of course, must continue to blossom for as long as possible. So it falls to you to entertain me with a thrilling conversation. Good night. I often find that in the stillness of the night, all my troubles come back to haunt me. You know what? I'm not going to dwell over them anymore. Let's just get some rest.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
They say that people who of course, must continue to blossom.
It's just such a shame we can actually put Lynette on stage. I'm really happy with this. Now, music. Music for this is very difficult. I honestly don't have a clue what I want. Especially since this piece we already have going is pretty good. Tempting. Monster music is so fucking good, dude. I really hope, because Leo is getting an expansion, isn't it? With a Genu Veil. I really hope, because Mondstadt's supposed to get Dormant Port. We were supposed to get it last update. Leakers said we would get it. We didn't. That's hilarious. Leakers was saying that for like a long time. They were like, this is happening. Venti rerun, Venti second story act, and Dormant Port. None of it happened. And no one talked about the fact it didn't happen. Even though it's a massive fuck up on the part of the leakers. It's something they said with dead certainty, but they were completely wrong. Mondstadt did get an update to like the area that is a placeholder for Shnesnaya. But I hope Mondstadt gets an expansion. It really deserves it. Fontaine is almost an unofficial expansion to Mondstadt anyway. This fucking music. I would like it, but it's on every fucking Genshin Impact short. When does this music actually appear in game? Even has like a little bit of vocals back there. Is this like a Klee theme? It feels like this is Klee's theme. I really like this first piece. Genshin just has no right to have music this good. Marco Meatball made a video saying like, if Gacha is bad, why do I have good music? First of all, I don't think Gacha is inherently bad, and I think Genshin's Gacha is better than a lot of other games' Gacha. It could definitely be better though. So I would say is, if a game doesn't need to be making another $1 billion, ease up, Gacha. Just do it. Never do it. For bourgeois are not human. But I didn't watch Marco Meatball's video. But what I would say is that it's because the actual developers are really passionate developers, and they're really good developers. They know how to make a good video game. It's just unfortunate they work for Hoyo instead of, I don't know, Ubisoft, or I don't know, name some games publisher that needs good developers. If old Skill Up made a review of Genshin Impact, it would be a really fucking good video. It really would be. Because Skill Up would fucking love to use these music and these pieces and all kinds of fucking dramatic transitions. But of course, Skill Up is dead and only Shill Up remains, so... See, this is the other thing. You could absolutely take each of Genshin's regions and make their own, like, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom scale game around each of them as well. This game just has so fucking much, it just can't fully realise all of it, because the gacha business model demands that they move on to something new, so they can put something new out for people to go, ooh, give me. Now that's an advantage that Warframe should have over Genshin. So it doesn't have that kind of business model, so it can focus on whatever it wants. But DE just don't know how to tell a fucking coherent story. I watched Marco Meatball's playthrough of New War, and it was really fun, and it made me appreciate how mechanically good, like fun to play, and tonally how really good New War was. But the story of New War, man, is such a colossal fumble. It is just insane how bad the story of New War is. is a complete fuck up and a complete waste of the entire main arc of Warframe. So they just had no clue what the fuck to do with it. And it got so fucking convoluted for no reason. It's like every new story quest which came out basically fucking retconned the previous one. So he didn't know what to do. Cephalon Shy used to have a video about like each new Lotus reveal being a retcon of an old one. But I don't think it was quite true back then, but it definitely is true now. Oh, what they did to fucking Ballas. What a waste. It's still fucking hilarious if you use Umbra in the New War, nothing happens. As if they thought people wouldn't be doing that. I don't think I did. But I think just because I was concerned that it would actually be a difficult quest. Because of course, back then, to unlock it, you had to do level 100 missions. You don't have to anymore, I don't think. But back then, you had to do Veiljack, which was about level 100. So I figured the quest would be level 100. It wasn't. Yeah, New War, man. Like, Thorn Armor is one of the best scenes in all of Warframe. And that's it. That's the only good thing it has in terms of narrative. Well, I can't even say the plot is good. So there's a difference at uni. Something we were told is like kind of like the difference between plot and narrative. But I don't really care. I'm still going to kind of use them interchangeably. It's easy for someone to tell which one you're really referring to. It's just easier instead of to explain the difference to people. The plot is the things which happen, whilst the narrative is the themes and the story. I believe that's the difference. Neither the plot nor the narrative of New War are good. So a good example of the plot being really fucking bad is how Ballas gets defeated. Now the narrative being bad is Ballas being a villain. They spent years building Ballas up to be a former villain who you could at least have some sympathy for, to just making him a domestic abuser and incel. Which combined with the low quality of that final boss fight, man, good God. So what was Ballas's plan? Blow up the entire solar system because he couldn't get his dick wet? Just blow it up and then do what? What? Like, his plan does not make any sense on any level. It's just comically bad. But he did bring back the Stalker, and apparently the Stalker is coming back this year as well, which is great. Anyway, let's listen to music. We have to. I have a little story about Portomo's theme. I thought it was Sumeru's city theme because I have a core memory. Like my memory of this game, which is most burnt into my mind,
purpose whatsoever.
is the moment I arrived in Sumeru City and I ran up to the academia. Playing as Nahida, I was running up the stairs, and the sun was rising. It was a perfect moment, and Hustle and Bustle almost was playing in real Sumeru City. And I distinctly remember it because it was that part. It was the part everyone goes on about, the best drop in all of Genshin. That part was playing. I don't think that's in the Sumeru City theme. So either there was a glitch and it was playing almost as theme in Sumeru City, or back when it used to play the almost theme or something. But regardless, it worked. It was a really good idea. It really fits Sumeru City. You know, that feeling that you have when you first arrive there. Because again, for context, Nahida was my first 5-star, and I got her before I left Mondstadt. So I left Mondstadt to actually go ascend to Nahida. Not to continue story or anything, but to ascend to Nahida. And so I made my trek through Liyue, straight through Sumeru, visited Sumeru City. I was like, fuck, this is epic. And I went down to a Dendro hyperstatus. That was a wild ride. I really wish I had streamed my Genshin journey from the start. This is Sumeru City theme, isn't it? Fontaine has been really fun, but you still can't deny how fucking brilliant Sumeru was. I still see people complaining, oh no, underground map. You're stupid. You don't need the underground map. If you can't navigate without the map, you just suck. But it is useful, and I'm not against having it, but you by no means need it. They deliberately designed the underground areas to be simple enough to navigate without a map. You do not need it. For one annoying part of not having a map is that you forget which cave is which. But like, that's at most a minor inconvenience, because you go to a cave and you're like, ah, fuck, this isn't a cave I'm looking for. And of course, I am very, very much against nerfing games for the sake of stupid people. I am, for one thing I will complain about in Outer Wilds, is them nerfing the shit out of the DLC. Because they did some pretty damn big nerfs to the DLC sections. You know what I'm talking about. Some pretty big nerfs, and I'm not happy with them. Because the DLC is really easy. Outer Wilds as a whole is a really easy game. It does a good job of convincing you it's hard, but it is really easy. It's one of the easiest games I've ever played. And some people, if someone tells you that Outer Wilds is a hard game, no offense to them, but they are not intelligent. I'm not saying I'm intelligent, but what I am saying is that they are not. They are not all that bright. At least not logically. They're not good at making connections. They're probably not good at problem solving. There's probably a reason why their job is as a YouTuber. They probably don't have any chance at any other job. I think I mentioned it before. I've been watching Space Cowboys playthrough of Outer Wilds. It is beyond infuriating. Well, I don't know if it's Space Cowboy, it's something cowboy. He's googling shit with the DLC, he said he wouldn't Google anything, but he Googled how to access the DLC, and it's very, very clear he Googled stuff outside of recording. He just opened up his most recent video saying that he, off camera, figured out the burning trick. And he keeps referring to a certain character that he shouldn't be so certain exists at the point he is out of the story. The DLC makes a very conscious effort to refer to it as a sealed vault, not a sealed coffin. The game does a lot of effort to make you think it's not a person, but he is so certain that it's a person, and he's referring to them with their name. And we know he's Googled the ending before, because he Googled how to solve the ending, because he couldn't solve the ending. At VI, he had to Google how to solve the last puzzles. And so I figure that when he Googled that, he also saw a guide for a prisoner, but didn't mention it. Fucking awful playthrough. Worst playthrough I've seen of a game. I hope Natlan is a return to Sumeru's tone in being way more aggressive in every way. I think that's brilliant. Actually, it really sucks. Tension's story would be so much better if they straight up just dropped the sibling plot. It really is fucking. It's an awful, awful way of telling a story to have a tiny bit of a lore drop once a year. It's an awful approach, because none of the lore drops are interesting. I'm so sick of people talking about lore as a replacement for storytelling. Because it's not, it's just being fucking lazy. Lore should be an additive material. Right? If your game needs a story, then it needs a story. You can't need a story and then put in lore and then say the lore is your story. No, it isn't. Lore is fucking flavor text. Flavor text is not a story. It is not enough. It is not nearly enough. We haven't seen Ether in so fucking long. I do not give a shit about him. I do not. Unless there's some incredibly fascinating plot twist, but I don't think there will be. They really should fucking drop it in exchange for spending more time with the actual characters of this universe. Tempting, but this is not for indoors music. This is outdoors music. Yeah, I don't quite know what it is. There's something about it. The wideness of the audio. I don't know how else to put it. Something about it, you can just tell it's meant for an outside area, not an inside. I'm really happy with this. It is... We've been streaming for 3.5 hours. It's 1:15 AM. I simply don't have time to go any further. I'm really happy with this. I'm really, really happy with how I did that indoors. And what we've done outside so far is fine. I probably won't stream the rest of the outdoors. It probably won't be all that good. I need to really quickly find something to build. Long watch.
This realm. If you ever have.
Why does this remind me of Happy Game? Alright. We're jolly good. I will not claim friendship in this area, though, unfortunately. Because I don't. Several of these characters already have maximum friendship. That was another alert. No way. Need to get Raiden up to high levels quick. That's it. This might be like last stream I ever do. I honestly I can't bring myself to play any more like narrative games. The other I really wanted to start playing Spider-Man PS4 since I have right now. Game of the Year edition, I think, so I think it has all the DLCs. I was gonna start streaming it, and then my brain just told me not to, and I haven't done it since. So, whatever. I also have Persona 5 Tactica.
Over the centuries, but human life is like
See
the
what happens.
dew at dawn.